Hi, everybody. Today, caregivers are asking me, what on earth was that person thinking? How can other people be so judgmental of my caregiving situation? Well, and they all say, well, people who aren't caregivers just don't understand. They don't get what I'm going through. And if you're not a caregiver, I don't even want to talk to you, and I certainly don't want your opinion. These are valid concerns. I'm Pamela D. Wilson. My website is PamelaDWilson.com. On that website, a lot of helpful information for caregivers and aging adults. And in this video post, there is a link to my weekly radio program. A lot of those subjects come from caregivers in my groups. Let's talk about having different perspectives and thinking differently. This can be a really good thing, but it can be a bad thing if we judge other people. Everybody has bias, even me, even caregivers, even people who are not caregivers. We're born with it. We become biased by situations that happen in our life. And because of COVID, let's face it, people seem to be much more negative. People are more closed-minded. COVID has have emotions just skyrocketing off the charts. And if you've been driving around lately, have you noticed people seem more angry in their cars, more angry in general? I don't know if it's just me, but that's kind of what I'm noticing. But maybe that's my bias. When we talk to people and receive informations, our mind automatically goes here and it goes there and it goes there, and we're having all these thoughts. Sometimes we're not paying attention to what they're saying, but our mind immediately begins to judge situations based on our experience. How do we stop that? If we recognize that that is one way to stop it. And sometimes when we are talking to people and they're in a caregiving situation or it's an older parent and they're constantly worried and constantly negative about situations, sometimes they don't even realize that they are that negative, or they don't realize what they're saying. And sometimes they make situations out to be bigger than they are. Sometimes caregivers and everybody, we can fall into these periods of self-pity where we think, "Ah, no matter what I do, it's not going to work out. This is impossible. I can't do it." But if we stay there, if we stay stuck in that perspective, we repel what we want, which is help. How many of you have aging parents who do nothing but complain? Do you want to go see them? No. Do you want to help them? No. But do you? If you're a good person, you probably do. You probably just ignore it and you just step in and you help. How can we help change perspectives about that? So it would be talking to a parent saying, gosh, you seem to be down about this. Seems to be a bad subject for you. How can we turn this around so that when I come over, you're happy and you're positive and you're not so down all of the time? Because I would love to come over more, but right now I don't feel comfortable doing that. How do we change these situations? We change them by thinking differently. We change them by asking ourselves questions too about, am I contributing to the situation? Am I the one making it worse? Are my thoughts creating these issues? And we want to think about success. How can we make this better? How can we work with other people? How can we be more open to new ideas and new situations and new thoughts? When I changed careers over 20 years ago to get into caregiving, I can't tell you the flack that I got from my colleagues. They are like, why would you leave a great career that you have? Why would you go help old people? And even today, people are like, oh, you help elderly? Why would you want to do that? Actually, because I love it. But people have their own thoughts about things. We have to do what's best for ourselves and try to change those negative perspectives into positives, especially if we are caregivers and we are a person who is aging, because we are all going to get older like our elderly parents. Getting aging, as my grandmother said, it's not always a good thing. I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Share my website, PamelaDWilson.com, with other caregivers. Have a fabulous day today. Start thinking differently. Think about how you can gain a new perspective and I'll see you again soon in another video.